this is it. I don't know. I haven't read the manual in a long time. I don't know how these buttons work anymore. But anyway, we'll just wing it. Okay. All right. So, hey guys, welcome to another Saturday for We Got Your Mail. It took me a while to figure out where everything was. I'm sorry about that. But we got our questions and everything lined up. We're going to go through your weekly comments and meanness in one case, and concerns and questions. And we're going to answer them right here we're going to be very, very restrained and try not to use any profanity except for maybe one person. You might feel the wrath. But no, this is a show where we like to discuss your comments and talk about it with you guys. So we appreciate you guys for all that you contribute to the community portion of the YouTube channel. And we are going to give you guys a little bit of a shout out. So let's talk about the first comment, if I can call it that, of the weekend. What do we got?
Derek Placeholder decided to roast Eric and say if you can't grow a beard and mustache, you should stop trying to grow a beard and mustache.
The only reason why I thought it was funny to put that one up was because of the fact that he just shaved it.
He did. He also...
Here you go.
First of all, I barely even want to delve
into
into this because it's just so weird and mean and petty. Like, you don't know this person, get a fucking life. Sorry, I was told not to curse. And immediately broke that rule.
Here's the neck roll. I'm telling you.
No, but to be clear, like, he can. I think he probably just filmed. Like, if you can actually grow a beard and mustache, you know that they're like in between days when if you shave. Chris, you can vouch for this.
Mm-hmm.
There are days where
it was COVID. It was 2020. Like we were all doing like weird stuff. Like nobody. That's the rules.
Everybody was playing with that. Listen, I cut my hair over a bathroom sink. Like, let's not.
Yeah. Well, we were all doing weird stuff and trying new things and just everybody was lounging around. Nobody. What were we supposed to do? Like keep it like all like glamoury for what? We're not going into the office. Nobody was.
No, like I said, I believe that may have just been he shaved and it was growing back in is all I can figure out. So
I mean that video.
I'm sorry, he didn't schedule his facial hair maintenance around our recording schedule.
All right, obviously someone in the community loves Eric's beautiful face.
Sure, and he does have a strong jawline.
And was mad that he was being covered up. So just okay, we can vouch that he has shaven it. So.
And he looks, honestly, he can grow a perfectly good beard and mustache as well. So.
Yeah.
No, I was really grateful when we started dating. He was clean shaven because let's be real, some guys have the beard and mustache, and it's like, yes, handsome, good, and then they shave, and you're like, oh,
I don't like that.
Have you considered growing it back immediately?
I've seen kids scream when they see their dad shave for the first time because they've never seen it. Who the hell is this?
No, I was
stranger?
grateful. I was like, okay, I'm comfortable with both versions of the face.
Right.
Just as a girlfriend, that's good.
My wife did not like the beard. She didn't like it. Joy hated it, and I'm gonna grow it back.
I feel like you just gotta keep it. Listen, if I had facial hair, I would keep it interesting. I think.
I'm gonna do the next. I'm gonna twirl the. I don't know
the handlebar.
Is that what it's called? Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I just want to look like a villain, just tied to some railroad tracks. This is what I'm gonna do. All right, what's next?
Ryan Powell says, "I love the Arrowverse, but I love it even more when my people interact with each other more. Like I remember when Diggle and Joe West was in a room together in Star Labs, and they ain't even interact. I'm like, WTF."
Me, I was just telling Amy about that episode of the Arrowverse, the crossover, the Flash, Arrow, all these people they finally got to meet. Yeah, that was the one thing that you was commenting on my video for the blackest moment. I might have just been lightning in the bottle because I made another one since then. And I guess it just depends on the situation if it's going to get views or not. So I don't know if I'm going to keep that going. I guess maybe if the feeling hits me. It has to be a specific moment of an entertainment. But that was a moment that wasn't planned. I just noticed it. And it was these two characters from two different shows. They come in a room together. There's Superman, there's the Flash and all that stuff. And these two characters. And I've always felt like these two characters fit with each other, like they could interact with each other. And I was like, are they gonna interact? And they gave this a little, because one character said, we're gonna win this by any means necessary, and then the other guy goes, and then he goes back, yeah, that little nod, and I was like, oh, that was awesome. But at the same time, I was like, I wanted more than just a damn, that's what I'm talking about, bro, nod. But the reason why I did that video was because that wasn't the only thing that happened in that video. The Flash, who in this version of the Flash, who is married to a black woman, the camera also panned to him after that nod exchanged from the two black characters, the very pro-black characters. And the Flash, who was also married to a black woman, it panned to him, and he looked at them like, did I just know? And his wife was just sitting there. I made a joke about it, like she was like, yes, honey, a black moment just happened. And I felt like Flash was like, I caught it. Like it was just, I was filling in the blanks in my own head. But it was funny to me that it went to the first guy, then it went to the second guy. They do the nod. Then he goes to the Flash, and he's standing next to his wife, who is black. And he's like, I caught that. Like, it was just funny. So I made a video about it, and a lot of you guys felt the same way, and it was kind of interesting. So I called it the blackest moment. So that was it. Anyway, the blackest moment that happened so far on this channel was when somebody tried to talk bad about Eric, and Amy had to mind. So what's next?
Alex Tyson said, yeah, definitely T'Challa must be recast with a new actor. I said that he didn't get far enough to have a romantic relationship with Storm from the X-Men. That has to happen right there. If you ignore that, you're insulting just source material of the Marvel Universe.
Well, for me, more than that, I just personally feel like the T'Challa character needs to be recast because there's more story to tell. If that leads to the whole X-Men Storm getting married storyline because now they have the rights to it, great. That's fine. But I don't care if they do that or not. I've talked about why I would like to see it on the show before, but more than that, I feel like T'Challa's story needs to be told. And the reason why I brought this back up again was because something interesting is happening out there. The video that I did where I talked about like the 5 reasons why this actor should be recast as T'Challa is starting to get traction again, and I'm looking back at like, this is a pretty old video that I did. Why are people now starting to come back to it again? There is a petition out now. People are like, T'Challa needs to be recast. They are trying to convince Disney, Kevin Feige, and them to recast T'Challa because they want to see the story continue the way it was originally written. And I think that's very interesting. I'm very curious now if this will eventually change, because I know the reason why Kevin Feige made the decision not to recast it is because they thought that the fans would be too sensitive about it. And that was probably true at the time. But I always felt, give it enough time, people will change their mind. And
they didn't want to come out immediately after.
Like, we're not going to
recast. Like, and here's our new actor. But
yeah. So what do you think
about
that?
The man left a legacy powerful enough that people are not going to forget the mark he left on that character.
All right. Exactly. I said it back then. I said it wouldn't insult Chadwick Boseman because you would be finishing the story that he helped start, and I would have to believe that a guy like him wouldn't be like, if anything ever happens to me, all production needs to stop. I just don't feel like he was that kind of a guy.
Yeah. Well, I think, I don't know, part of being a part of something like that as an actor would I assume, and I can't speak to how he felt, but I don't know. I would think if I could be a part of something that sort of important and monumental and beloved, like, part of the beauty of that is you have now been a part of something that is so much bigger than you individually.
Exactly.
And that, I feel like, is why you become an artist. To be a part of that kind of legacy. And it's, he does not strike me as that he was the type of guy who had an ego about that.
Right.
So
I didn't feel like that and from what I heard, that his friends and family and his wife also confirmed that. Like, no, he wouldn't have. I mean, the T'Challa.
If anyone could speak for him,
His wife, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
uh, I don't know why they made that decision. I felt like even making that announcement that we are not going to recast, I felt like that was premature. They were being reactionary, and they should have just said nothing. We're still in production of the Black Panther series, and we are not going to comment about what's going or give away anything or what we're going to do moving forward with anything. They should have just left it at that, and then later, because I always felt that in enough time, once it starts to settle down, people will start realizing, I want to see how that story was going to end, because the second, now that the door is closed, we're never going to recast it, and we're going to change the direction. People are going to see it. Then the second one's going to come out, and maybe the third one's going to come out, and then people are going to be like, I wonder what that would have been like if T'Challa was there, because you can never satisfy anybody. Look what the Snyder Cut did. I want the Snyder Cut. I want the Snyder Cut. They got the Snyder Cut. Now it's like, now I want more. See, people change. They're like, that's not enough. Like, you thought that they were going to settle down after you gave them what they wanted? No, they're going to change their minds.
Have you met people, just any or all of them?
Have you met the average human? So
terrible. We're terrible.
I felt like they should have just stayed on the track that they were on, and maybe not announced we're going to recast it. But if the second they do it, it's just like a Batman recasting. Ben Affleck is Batman. They prepared him. They said, Ben, you're going to get a lot of shit the first couple of months when you're announced, and then when the trailers came out and then when the movie came out, it was like, oh yeah, Ben Affleck, he did a great job. People will get over it the second they see it. I don't know, that's just me. But to end it off, I am thinking about this whole thing now that there's a new set of legs for this whole petition. I am thinking about starting a new segment on the channel. Maybe a monthly thing, not a weekly or a bi-weekly thing. Maybe a once a month thing. I'm thinking about calling it The Petition, where we talk about passionate subjects like this, where a group has on Reddit or whatever, or petition.org or whatever the website is, has actually made a crazy ass petition, and people are fired up like just like this, and we talk about it once a month. I can talk once a month on this topic alone until Disney does something. And I think I will on the first episode of it. But in the future, if there's other petitions that are out there, so you guys let me know and point that out to me. And if I feel like that's an idea that I think you guys would be interested in hearing me and Amy talk about, maybe we'll do that. But I'm thinking about doing a segment called The Petition, where I'll live stream my thoughts and my views on whatever petition on an entertainment news level is out there at the time. But to start off like this, should T'Challa be recast, and talk about that petition that's out there now. So I'm thinking about doing something like that. So maybe I will, maybe I won't, but we'll see. But that's our three. Only doing 3 topics of the week. We're on the theme of simplicity. T3 media. It's only 3 topics.
Marie Kondoed our whole sort of thing.
Yeah. Exactly. And
some of your questions just were not sparking joy.
And then if you want to send more questions to us, comments, you do that on the regular every week through our live shows or on our comment section on our videos or at t3medias.com/contact. And maybe we'll talk about them right here on the weekend for We Got Your Mail. So I'm Chris Fagan. You can reach me at Chris Fagan 1980 on Twitter, on Instagram. Also, hit me up there if you want to send a question that you want me to answer here. And if you want to talk about what Amy Newman's doing on her Your Biggest Fans channel, Winter Season 2, ask her that, and then we'll talk about it here. What can they find you online?
I'm on Twitter at Amy_and_Newman. On Instagram at amy.n.newman. Yes, if you have 30 minutes and you want to watch the first season of an original rom-com web series, check out Your Biggest Fan. That is available via any of my social media handles. So send me a DM if you can't find it. I'm usually near my phone.
As one of your biggest fans, I need that second season so bad. Because there's one character in there that I feel like she's the murderer. No, it's not a horror mystery. There's not a murder mystery. Or maybe it is. Maybe it'll turn into that. Ooh, dun, dun, dun. Go check it out. That's it's a funny series. Go check it out on Amy Newman's YouTube channel and look for your biggest fan. Maybe a cameo by Chris will be in there. It'll be me just delivering.
Want to fly out to LA to film a cameo?
Oh, no,
Chris?
we can film something like I can set up a camera here. I'll play a UPS driver just dropping off a mail. Here's your package, and then I'll just leave. There you go. Just edit it in. There you go. We can figure something. We'll talk. We'll talk. Until next time, guys. Peace.
If you like what you saw, make sure to subscribe to the channel and please drop a like on this video. It really does help us. Also, don't forget you can turn on notifications so you don't miss a single review, react, why is that trending, or we got your mail.